So what didn't he ask you?
He covered everything, so I think we're good.
How would you, I know it was only one inning, but how would you just assess your spring debut?
I'm actually really happy with it. I think my changeup was down, curveballs were down, arm feels good. I think the one critique I have of myself is just glove side fastball. That last out to Wieters and the home run, I was trying to go inside to a righty. It's normally my bread and butter pitch, so that's the one thing. But other than that, I felt good. Felt good with everything.
I asked you, I think, at FanFest about this, but I'm wondering if anything changed. What have you heard from the Mets as far as the rotation competition and what they want to see from you this spring?
Yeah, I haven't really heard much. I heard that I'm coming in as a starter, and right now that's really all we have. And so building up as a starter and see what happens.
How do you look at it personally? Just knowing obviously there are 6 guys in that room with starting history and only 5 spots.
Yeah, I mean, I recognize logistically, what we have before us, which ultimately is a good problem to have, So for me personally, I'm just gonna try to just maximize my stuff the best I can, utilizing Jeremy Hefner, and some of the things that he's taught me and pointed out to me, and just try to be the best I can and try to make the most progress I can from last season right now, and then just see what happens and go from there.
The way you finished the last 6 weeks last year, did that give you some confidence, heading into this year?
Yeah, it definitely does. I feel like I took a lot of strides that second half last year. So I do have a lot of confidence coming into this spring training based off just some minor adjustments that I made that really proved to work the second half of last season. So just coming into here, I'm just trying to build off that.
As you reflected on what went well and what went poorly last season, were you ever kind of able to put your finger on those blow-up starts, the big first innings, why they happened, how you can avoid them going forward?
I think the biggest thing is that first inning. That was the one thing is, I normally, I come into the game and you try to figure out what you have that day, and, you kind of, it's more of like a mentality thing than anything. So, that second half, I don't know if it was the bullpen that you get stepping into the bullpen, coming in, realizing I got to get out of this, right now, or it's just going right and attacking guys, trusting what I have, who the pitcher that I am, and just going right after guys. And I think that mentality really, really helped me more than anything.
Do you think those couple times you came out of the bullpen helped just from the mental side that you're saying?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Possibly, because that was kind of when it all started clicking for me, coming back after that. So it's tough to say, but I do know that mentality right away, more of like just trusting what I have that day.
Is that a hard mentality to learn, or a hard mentality to convince yourself to believe?
Yeah, it is. It is, especially, some days you just feel like you don't have it, and so, sometimes you gotta just trust that what you have, all the work you put in, all the preparation that you put in, that it's gonna be there, instead of, I don't feel like I have a good curveball today, so you shy away from it or whatever. It's just, you put in all these hours of work, just trust it, go out and execute it. So that mentality, I think, translates well for me.
Let's do it in French.
Oh, comment ça va? Ça va bien? Et toi? A little bit.
What? Why? Why?
School, man.
You learned that in school?
Yeah.
In the training?
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't know that. Now I know.
Any other languages?
Hmm?
Do you know any other languages?
Just 3.
You ever speak French in the clubhouse?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
No, nobody there speaks French.
No. We used to have a guy from Catcher in minor league. Speak French with him.
Yeah.
Didi speaks French.
Who?
Didi Gregorius.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, that's all we have to ask.
How do you say fried chicken in French? I know you're
Man, you make it too hard now. Remember, I born in Dominica. 98.
How do you feel your off-season training and everything paid off for you today, first time out and stuff like that? How do you feel now?
¿Cómo te fue el entrenamiento en el off-season? ¿Cómo te sientes ahora?
Bueno, en sinceridad me siento como un niño comparado al año pasado. Todo es más fácil. Y honestamente no descansé en la temporada muerta trabajando y buscando el objetivo que era mejorar en mi peso y fortalecer mis hombros y hoy vi el resultado.
To be honest, I feel like a kid compared to last year. I feel like everything is a lot easier. This offseason I didn't rest because I was looking for the objective and for the goal to get stronger, to have a better season, to be able to really strengthen my body and my arm.
Did you have any takeaways from this brief outing today?
¿Tú sacaste algo de esta salida hoy? ¿Tú cómo cogiste algo?
Como te digo, yo estaba emocionado ya tanto tiempo sin pichar y todo el trabajo que hice, me sentí un poco emocionado. Solamente quería ir allí, disfrutar y ver los frutos que fue trabajar muchísimo la temporada muerta, como te dije.
No, I was excited to be out there. It's been a while since I've been on a mound actually pitching in real game action. To be able to go out there and to throw and be able to see the results of all my hard work this offseason, it felt good.
When you started to struggle last year, was it hard not to like put more pressure on yourself?
Cuando se estaba yendo mal el año pasado, fue difícil para no poner tanta presión encima de ti.
Como te digo, nunca me puse tanta presión, solamente que las cosas no salían de la manera que yo quería que me salieran. Yo creo que fue una temporada pésima, malísima, que yo creo que cualquier atleta en la Grandes Ligas la ha tenido o la va a tener, de seguro. Y nada, yo aprendí de eso y hoy en día me siento con más experiencia y mejor pitcher gracias a ese año que tuve el año pasado.
No, I wouldn't say it was. I was putting any more pressure on myself. Last year, things were just not going the way I wanted them to go. But last year was just a year that I learned a lot from, and I think any player can go through a year like that. And if they haven't gone through it, they probably will at some point. And I think because of last season, I'm a better pitcher today.
What's it been like working with Louis again as your manager now?
¿Cómo se siente trabajar con Luis ahora como tu dirigente otra vez?
Como te digo, es un poco más fácil para mí porque él entiende el idioma, el español. Vengo conociéndolo ya como por 10, 11 años. Jugué para él en ligas menores. Es alguien que siempre ha estado en casa. Súper fácil, diría yo.
It's a little easier for me, the way that I can communicate with him. We can speak Spanish to each other. But also I played for him in the minor leagues and I've known him for quite a while, and since he's an in-house guy, it feels a lot better.